Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Let's meet our old boss, Mirren. He left us a note about something.
Well, if it ain't my favorite new citizen. What are you doing here?
A good question.
Did you finally figure out being free and poor in Kirkwall ain't worth a rat's spit?
You had an offer for me.
You mean you're not too good for my kind of work? Because the blokes I hired after you couldn't find their arse with both hands. I sent them to take out Lord Harriman while he was preparing his cargo for shipping. Nighttime, docks, simple. Never came back.
I haven't heard a job in this yet.
The job's the same. Kill Harriman, but there'll be a bonus if you find my men alive.
I assume this isn't personal.
Job's paid for second-hand by some other old Kirkwall family. The nobles here like to shank each other for sport. We're just their knives.
Who's Lord Harriman?
I don't know the who, but the what is old and rich. Rumor says he's a savvy one. His daughters give him marriage ties to half the city.
I'm sure I can finish what they started.
They were supposed to ambush him at the docks. That'd be the best place to start looking. And remember, Harriman dead, my lad Gustav alive. Other way around, then you don't get paid.
What is strange about this thing is he tells us about it and it's supposed to happen at night, but to actually do anything we end up going there at the day. And you're rather far from the Chantry.
Here, miss. Word is you're looking for help. And paying well.
I need someone native to the dark places beneath Lowtown. If you claim as much, yes, I will pay.
I am. Let's just step into this alley and me and my fellows can have a look at the money on offer.
Can she expect to survive Lowtown inviting that kind of attention?
It's action if we want it. Always money and saving fools.
Well, let's help this person. Because they're utterly incompetent. Because not only does she go off into a dark alley alone, as we'll see in a moment,
Well,
she had a bodyguard.
Intervention. I am out of my element.
You're lucky
And she
you're
didn't
not dead.
I had to
have
come here to get
a
the type
bodyguard
of
nearby.
person I need. Someone of bloody skill, but also integrity. Perhaps the kind who might leap to someone's defense. I have a charge who needs passage from the city. If you are willing and capable, meet me at my safe house nearby.
I'm no caravan woman.
I would not presume, but you must need coin. You are in Lowtown, after all. Varnell!
See,
Why is a Templar guarding her? Is this a setup?
I hope you will come. This matter only grows more urgent with time.
she is just utterly incompetent. We're going to have to help her.
Hurt him, but leave him alive.
You see, this is why I said it's a bit strange on the request here. Because this is the docks during the day. And the computer actually uses a bit of decent tactics here by having these archers spawn up here. They can shoot you if you're down below. That's why it's best to take care of.
Hawk, I've seen you with Mirren before. Did he send you to get... Harriman's guard killed all my men. I thought I gave them the slip, but they found me. You tell Mirren I never turned on him.
And the funny little thing about cutscenes like this is the fact that that's a pile of loot. He was just sitting on it. Looked like he was sitting
What
on a bunch
about
of
the
gold
target?
coins.
Did you get him?
We tried.
It can get
His men
very
were too good.
strange in some
His rear
cutscenes.
guard saw us coming. They fell on us from all sides.
Which any professional would have expected.
That's him. That's Lord Harriman.
He looks
Most of
like
my enemies would not
anybody
stoop
else
to
in the
that.
city.
Are you working for Conrad Tooley? Perhaps Lady Reinhardt?
And we were paid to kill him. So we shall.
My sons will learn who sent you. My death will not go unavenged.
Let's finish this.
And an excellent throw.
I'd have figured a soft noble like that would go down begging. That was damn gutsy. I'll tell Mirren to look out for his heirs.
Something weird was going on.
Don't let the others get you down. You do the work,
A
you're
lot of
good
the
in my
things
books.
blurry. I noticed.
Lord
Back to Harriman, not Harriman. Mirren.
Yes, yes. Gustav raved about your bravery already. Here's the bounty. And a little extra for Gustav, for what that's worth. If you're up for more of this sort of work, let me know. I can make some arrangements.
Though he says that, I can't remember if he gives us any more quests. But let's go see the sister about that job.
Drop it, or lose the hand.
I thank you for coming. This matter is delicate, and I need someone of limited notoriety who will not link this to me. It is an escort, but I think you will agree the nature of the party makes this unique.
I'm not doing anything until I know who I'm working for.
My name is Sister Patrice. I have assumed a burden of charity. This is my charge.
Shiva Dam.
Would even a Templar bind a mage like this? A survivor of infighting with their Tal Vashoth outcasts. I call him Katojan, a bridge between worlds. The Viscount and others feel that peace begins with appeasement.
That is a
His
Qunari
mage would
mage.
likely be returned to his brutal kin.
Better look at
He
their
can
model
serve
when
a
we're not
better
actually
purpose. I want him free.
trying to kill them.
He must be guided from the city without alerting his people, or being seen in my care.
If you are so intent on this, why not use Chantry resources?
My order will soon realize the Qunari presence is more than a test of faith. It is an open challenge. But for now, I must act on my own. Helping this mage shows how Qunari heresy cannot be ignored. His flight is vital.
Is freedom so helpful? A new life with that collar seems doubtful.
And yet it is more than he has. My reach is limited. His struggle is his own.
It just seems like releasing a bird, cage and all.
We do what we can to step toward what is right. That must be enough.
You are not interested in who you might be hiring.
If you were important enough to know, I would need someone else. But if you insist, what is your family name?
My name is Hawke.
Strong. Very Ferelden. The Qunari have hardly pressured the southern nations. You have not seen as many converts or those who refused. If this action, if any action, can lessen their influence, it must be done.
Will he help? If I trust him at all.
I don't know his capabilities or if he can function at all in that collar, but I think he knows we are his only way out.
You think?
He's followed every direction and made no aggressive moves, even when taunted. Were I in his place, I could have fled. Qunari or not, I can only assume he
The
wants
main
to
question
be led
here is,
to freedom.
who was taunting
And if you're
him?
wrong, I have to deal with it.
That is why I went
Because
to
it was
Lowtown.
her,
You are either capable of the discretion and
her
skill that I need,
bodyguard,
or you are not.
You don't just
anybody
stumble on
else.
something. Someone like this.
For all their blasphemous certainty, the Qunari do have deserters. Those who seek freedom are hunted mercilessly.
Tal Vashoth. They seem to accept the role.
Even their rebels conform. Savonel observed one of their bloody exchanges. This poor mage was the only survivor.
And you think this mage was being hunted?
I'm certain no thinking creature would willingly submit to this. If he was not running before, he has seized the opportunity now.
That is where she's
Dealings with
wrong.
the Qunari leader. He'd want to know of this.
Mainly because
You have dealt with their leader. If you have interacted with
queue.
Qunari, you know how they treat those who leave their heathen
Now it
order.
is.
The Arashok would doom this.
And this is actually optional dialogue,
But knowing
only
that
if we dealt with the
If they challenged you,
Arashok
attacking an
before
ally
doing
would
this,
only
because you
be
can
fair.
deal with them in that order.
You are still right.
But the other way around, where you can do
I can
other
get him
things
out.
before actually
He's a
talking with the
bit
Arashok at all.
conspicuous for the streets, though.
We must help this poor creature. He has faced worse than what I run from.
Why would they do this to him? This mage will be a fine example of how cruel Qunari are, even to their own. But only if this plays out just so. The passage here leads to the warrens of the Undercity. It is dangerous, but that is why you are hired. Good luck.
We're gonna be a good person. We go down to her
I would not approve of coming here to avoid
sewers here. Most of the enemies here are spiders, and it's rather uneventful, so we're going to finish this fight. And then cut towards the end. There we go.
Very helpful, is he?
And one of your party members will always say something along the lines of that when you reach that point. Because he has literally done nothing in any of the fights at this point.
Undercity's feared by all, but there's no shortage of fools with coin who want to test it. What is this thing? Collared like a Dark Lord's bitch. You some sort of Qunari lover? Maybe I should get rid of you and see who'll pay the most for your pet.
And this man is making a mistake.
I don't think it likes you threatening its master. Maybe we let this one pass.
His mistake is not having more
Try
than
me
a handful of brain
and my
cells.
charge is the least of your worries.
And
Stop
living in
it.
Kirkwall.
You're kindly fat up city. Then think you could buy the skill to survive here. I'll show you different. Pet or no pet.
By the void! Kill it! Kill them all!
Yeah. Their leader just got obliterated. Thank you, cutscene powers.
Hold your spells, Katojan, or I swear I will gut you. Did you react because your lead was threatened? How much of this is just blind instinct, I wonder? You can't gesture or stomp your feet twice for yes or something.
The sister has assumed a great deal from a few grunts and twitches.
You did what I said. Did I hit the right phrase or something? Right. Could have expected that answer. No more outbursts. I don't want to have to guess what will trigger your protection. That'd better mean yes.
And somehow, this little romp through a short section of the sewers leads us here. Where Kirkwall is nowhere in sight. And where there happen to be a group of Qunari.
You will hold Basra Vashidan. I am Arvarad, and I claim possession of Serabas at your heel. The members of Iskaratam were killed by Tal Vashoth, but their disposal leads only here, to Cerebos and you.
Careful with your accusations. I didn't kill this mage's Karatam.
Tal Vashoth killed them. That battle was expected. The survival of Cerebos without his Averad was not. I do not know how you come to hold his leash, but you have no claim in the Qun. He will be returned and this crime cleansed.
And if he doesn't want to go back?
Cerebos, show that your will remains bound to the Qun. He has only followed you because he wants to be led. He has allowed no other purpose.
The sister called him Katojan. You are Cerebos?
Cerebos is his role and his name, as you understand it. It is the accusation and acknowledgement of being a mage.
And you are Averad?
My role is to hold the leash and hunt the Grey Ones who lead the Qun. Or
And
Baz
here-
who have not yet been enlightened.
We actually get a
You
little
don't
bit
care
of
that someone abused your dead to
backstory
get
on
you here?
how the Qunari are.
No doubt they were
Yep.
cast from your
Everyone has a
shoulders as you and
job,
your
which is
partner
also their
thieves grew weak.
name,
It is a crime whose victims are beyond caring.
and
It will be
those
dealt
names
with,
can
but the
be
greater
given
threat is
to
clear.
other people
It is my role to secure
that are not of the
Cerebos.
Qun.
It is the role of another to
These
purge
are
versions of your kind.
first followed by
He is bound and
Bosch.
abused, and you want him caged.
which
Why?
I think that
The
means
power that
outsider.
he has, that all Cerebos have, draws from chaos and demons. They can never be in control.
So you fear them?
Like so many others.
We leash Cerebos because they are dangerous and contagious. Not even your Templars fully grasp that threat.
Is a mage like
And
Bethany so
here I
threatening?
made a mistake.
I don't see it. I'd hope not, sister.
You and Cerebos, Baz Cerebos, are of the same womb? Vashidan! Neyra
I shouldn't have said
Karatham!
anything about that.
You spewed your words at me like a demon trying to poison my control. Like this mage, the Qun requires your death.
But we're no threat to each other.
Baz Cerebos, you will be no threat to anyone.
And this leads to a really big fight, but they're grouped up. At the start, at least. Let's just skip all that.
Can you stand?
I am unbound. Odd. Wrong. But you deserve honor. You are now Pasvarad, worthy of following. I thank your intent, even if it was wrong. I know the will of Arvarad. I
And
must
somehow,
return
if you actually
as
think about this,
demanded.
for
It is
people
the
who
wisdom
don't like magic,
of the Qun.
they use some pretty good magic to bind all their mages.
Still want to die?
Because that's the only way I can explain what they just had happen
I
there.
do not want to die. I want to live by the Qun.
Which means dying.
Yes. Is that hard to grasp?
Averard couldn't kill me. Perhaps he was wrong about your death too.
Losing to you does not make him wrong. He spoke the Qun. I have chosen. It is bred in the bone.
Existing is not a choice.
It is the only choice. As it Taleb. It is to be.
Patrice might take you back if death is the only other option.
The sister was not honest.
What do you mean?
I cannot say what she wanted, but it was certainty, not of the Qun. And her guard smelled of death.
Others of your kind live outside the Kyun. You could join them.
They are not my kind. I am Qunari. They are not.
They have chosen to be free.
Free? They have refused what they are. I can't choose to not be.
Could you have returned if I'd let these others live?
No.
You were doomed from the start.
I was outside my Karatam. I may be corrupted. I cannot know. How I return is my choice. It must be. But that does not mean there is no meaning.
My job ended when we exited the city. The rest
We
is
really
up
don't
to
care.
You know of certainty and borders. You are closer to the Qunari than you admit.
We just want to get paid.
Your role would change little if you accepted the Qun. Take this secret thing,
And by
Basfarad.
ending the quest this way, we get a
this day.
special item. And a Watchman set himself on fire. And apparently, Qunari are very good at burning.
The creature was free.
She may not have known about this, but clearly Patrice set a trail right to us.
Why
Yeah,
arrange this only to subvert it? I need answers.
we all need answers.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawk. It was Hawk, right? From the streets. You took the Qunari from the city? Without incident?
You know what we faced.
Mind your tongue, Ferelden.
Please, do speak your mind.
This was a damned roundabout way of trying to kill me.
Do you really think yourself so important? If
Yes, we
someone
do.
saw an opportunity in the mage, if the Qunari murdered those who tried to help it, yes, that might be useful. But it wouldn't be personal. The Chantry must see the Qunari as the monsters they are. If someone ushers that along, some sacrifices are justified.
Your Katojan killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
You risked my life. Perhaps I should return the favor.
No doubt you would prove a challenge for my guard, but I will not offer the chance today. Violence
You see,
here serves no purpose.
This is something I
accept the
don't
grim necessity for
understand
standing in
is
the
why
Maker's
we don't
name, but
just
I will not
right now
waste his
immediately
goods. You did better than you were
fight them.
asked. I will honor that arrangement. We will
Because
have nothing more to do with each other.
I won't forget this, sister.
Take your coin.
they had the money on
Disappear
them.
back into Lowtown. Rest
They
assured,
betrayed
I will not
us.
make the mistake of looking for help outside the faithful again. The stakes,
And
eternity, are just too
we're
high.
just going to let them leave.
She'll be trouble.
After this companion conversation that only happened in my practice run,
So lucky.
How do you figure?
I'll see you next time.
I wish I had a sister and a whole big family. It must be wonderful. You'd never be alone.
It is wonderful. Although it might be better without Uncle Gamlen.